Marcus Aurelius says, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free from interruptions than your own soul. Retreat to consult your own soul, and then return to face what awaits you." Marcus Aurelius, who ruled as Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD, is often remembered as the last of the 5 good emperors. Throughout his reign, he penned a collection of personal writings known as meditations. In these works, he consistently promoted the idea of seeking peace and tranquility in life. While his meditations frequently stress the importance of starting the day early and making the most of it, he also underscored the value of retreating within oneself to find inner peace. Because of his detailed records, we have a good understanding of what Marcus Aurelius's nighttime routine might have been. In this video, we'll dive into 7 activities that Marcus Aurelius likely engaged in during the evenings or late afternoons, and we'll discuss how we can incorporate or modify these practices for our own modern life. Let's get started. I only ask that you watch this video without skipping any parts. If you're here, know that you're not like most people. You are unique, so embrace that and make sure you don't skip a single chapter. Number 1. Eliminate external stimuli. Marcus Aurelius says, "It is in your power to withdraw into yourself whenever you desire." It's well documented that Marcus Aurelius used his evenings to unwind. Although he is widely recognized for his philosophy, which encourages us to live each day as if it were our last, he also emphasized the importance of carving out time to retreat into one's own mind for renewal. This practice was his way of relieving stress and negative emotions by disconnecting from external distractions and focusing on the value of self-reflection. External stimuli refer to the changes outside our bodies or the information we receive through our senses. In today's world, we are bombarded with these stimuli, particularly through interactions with others and constant engagement with technology. To keep up with the often superficial demands of modern society, we burden ourselves with an overload of tasks, commitments, meetings, emails, and deadlines. As a result, we lose our sense of freedom and inner peace. Despite our efforts to balance work and personal life, it's almost inevitable that we end up feeling drained, overwhelmed, and stressed by the time we return home. Typically, our evening routines consist of scrolling through social media, watching TV, or trying to tackle those last-minute emails. To truly unwind, we need to cut back on these stimuli and clear our minds. Your nighttime routine should be a moment devoted entirely to yourself. This might require letting go of some of the evening habits you've developed and replacing them with activities that genuinely help you disconnect and center your focus on your well-being. This involves setting aside your technology at least 30 minutes before bedtime and focusing on finding peace. Something as simple as a guided 5-minute meditation, a body scan, or a breathing exercise can make a difference. Mindfulness meditation, in particular, helps quiet an overactive mind and reconnect with your body. This form of meditation acts as a retreat within yourself, and integrating it into your nightly routine can be immensely beneficial. Meditation has been shown to reduce anxiety, elevate mood, and greatly improve the quality of sleep. Your bedtime routine should serve as a break from the hectic world, offering you a chance to reconnect with your peaceful inner self. Although binge-watching TV shows, playing video games, spending time with friends, or scrolling through social media might feel like a way to unwind, these activities don't genuinely lead to tranquility. In fact, they can keep you from finding true calm. While sleep is essential, it often isn't enough to fully rejuvenate you after a busy day. To truly relax, your nighttime routine should include activities that allow your mind to completely switch off. Number 2. Engage in physical exercise. Marcus Aurelius tells us, "It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." Despite living almost 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius recognized the vital role of physical exercise. He was convinced that a healthy mind could not thrive without a healthy body. The Stoics believed that even a basic exercise regimen could impart valuable life lessons, including perseverance, self-improvement, discipline, overcoming obstacles, and fostering self-confidence. They valued exercise more as a means of developing these inner strengths rather than seeking external validation. Contrary to what the media might suggest, the Stoics understood long ago that chasing after a perfect body merely for the sake of appearance seldom brings genuine happiness. We often skip our workouts using excuses like, "I'm too tired," "I have a big meeting tomorrow and don't want to be sore," or "I'm too stressed from work to even think about exercising." While there are many reasons we might avoid exercise, it offers remarkable benefits for both physical and mental health, and it's something we shouldn't overlook in our daily routines. Engaging in any form of exercise, whether it's playing a sport or hitting the gym, provides significant benefits by releasing brain chemicals known as endorphins. These chemicals help reduce stress and elevate your mood. Exercising in the evening can also contribute to falling asleep more quickly, allowing you to wake up feeling refreshed and ready for the day ahead. Additionally, consider taking a brisk evening walk to clear your mind. As you walk, pay attention to the fresh air and your surroundings. Let your thoughts shift away from the day's worries and focus on the night sky above you. This gentle movement and appreciation of nature's beauty can help you unwind after a hectic day, setting the stage for a restful night's sleep. Number 3. Review your day. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nothing expands the mind quite like the capacity to thoroughly and systematically examine everything that life presents." The Stoics held that the most ideal times for reflection are in the morning and at night. Starting the day by noting your thoughts in a morning journal and ending it by reflecting on the events that have unfolded. Marcus Aurelius composed his meditations with the goal of reflecting on his daily life and thoughts to gain personal clarity. He consistently monitored his actions and decisions. The Stoics placed great importance on being mindful of one's behavior and stressed the value of dedicating time at the end of each day to review the events that occurred. This practice was seen as a way to cultivate greater self-awareness and ensure that one's actions were in harmony with their higher self. The Stoics referred to this practice as a focused attention on self-reflection, aimed at aligning one's daily choices with their deeper values. The Stoics compared this practice of daily reflection to presenting a case in a courtroom. Through self-examination, you recall and evaluate your day by systematically reviewing your actions and decisions. This process isn't intended to be harsh or critical, but rather a compassionate assessment aimed at helping you make better choices moving forward. You can integrate this type of reflection into your nighttime routine by setting aside some time before bed to look back on the day that just passed. Reflect on each moment, from when you woke up until now. Consider the choices and actions you took. What did you do well today? What emotions did you experience? Which parts of the day were challenging? How can you learn from today's events? What did you wish to accomplish but didn't? This reflective practice can help you gain insights and improve your actions in the future. Daily reflections are a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. They allow us to prepare for the following day by noting what we wish to achieve today. These reflections are also vital for evaluating whether our daily actions align with the person we aspire to be. For instance, during your daily review, you might recall an unpleasant interaction that occurred due to a misunderstanding while buying your morning coffee. This reflection helps you identify how this incident made you feel uncomfortable and irritated. You'll recognize the time you spent dwelling on it and how it influenced your mood for the rest of the morning. Reflecting on how you might have handled the situation differently, or realizing that the event was minor in the grand scheme of your day, can be enlightening. With this awareness, you'll be better equipped to approach similar situations with more mindfulness in the future. Taking time each night to reflect on your daily progress is an essential practice for embracing a Stoic way of life. Before we move on to the next point, I want to express my gratitude to all of you for being here. Pursuing knowledge and leaving ignorance behind is one of the most valuable things we can do, and you've taken that step. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you found this helpful, give the video a like. Number 4. Contemplate your inner wisdom. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, mastery of reading and writing requires a master, even more so life. A sage is regarded as an expert in a specific field and is highly respected for their wisdom, judgment, and knowledge. For many, a sage serves as a role model. The Stoics made it a practice to reflect on their sages and consider whether their own actions aligned with those of the sage they admired. Marcus Aurelius, for example, looked to Zeno, the founder of Stoic philosophy, as his sage, and would often ask himself, what would Zeno do? Contemplating your sage should be a nightly practice, where you take a moment to reflect on your day or the person you are becoming, and ask yourself, what would my role model do? This role model could be someone you know personally, or simply an idealized version of the person you aspire to be. It's crucial to have a clear understanding of who this role model is, so that you can assess whether your actions and decisions are in alignment with their values and behaviors. Incorporate a few minutes into your nighttime routine to reflect on your role model. Ask yourself, did you behave in a way that your role model would have? How can you improve tomorrow to better align your life with the principles of your role model? What traits of your role model did you see in yourself today? Taking this time each night to evaluate the situations you faced and whether you responded as your role model would have can increase your self-awareness and help you make better choices moving forward. This practice can guide you toward becoming the person you truly admire. Number 5. Embrace a higher perspective. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, consider the matter in its entirety, of which you possess the smallest part, and time in its entirety, of which a brief and momentary period has been assigned to you, and the works of destiny, and how small is your portion in them. With these words, Marcus Aurelius encourages us to view life from a broader, cosmic perspective, or what he called a view from above. Adopting this view from above means expanding your perspective on life by observing yourself and your day as if you were a third party, detached from personal emotions and anxieties. It's known that Aurelius would reflect on his life in the evenings from a cosmic viewpoint to break free from his narrow, personal perspective. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. The moment we step outside, we're inundated with advertisements, news, opinions, and countless other diversions. Even when we're not at work or spending time with family, we're often glued to our phones, listening to the radio, watching TV, or browsing on the computer. This constant stimulation leads to mental exhaustion, making it difficult to find time to think and breathe. With our attention frequently consumed by apps, games, videos, and TV shows, it becomes challenging to effectively address our problems, anxieties, stresses, and responsibilities. To help manage this, the Stoic practice of adopting a higher perspective can be effective in lightening the burden of our problems by shifting our focus to a broader view. You can start by setting aside some quiet time in the evening to take note of your immediate surroundings, your body, your home, and the people you live with. Consider how they might feel, how you connect with them, and what issues, hopes, or fears they might be dealing with. Then, broaden your perspective to include your entire city, recognizing that the people around you each lead unique lives with their own dreams, fears, and challenges. Continue to expand this view to encompass your country, and then even further, until you're considering the entire planet. Thinking about the countless lives spread across different countries, social classes, races, and cultures. Reflect on the difficulties faced by those who are less fortunate. Finally, extend your perspective to the vastness of the solar system, the universe, and all of existence. When we view ourselves from a higher perspective, we begin to understand that we are not isolated individuals disconnected from the world, but rather integral parts of a larger whole, active participants in everything around us. This external perspective allows us to see ourselves and our issues more objectively. By stepping back from our worries, anxieties, and problems, we can examine them more clearly, with less emotional intensity, which enhances our ability to comprehend their causes and find solutions. This exercise helps put things into context. If you're feeling down because someone insulted you, trying this practice can make it easier to overcome emotional challenges. Conflicts and minor disagreements often seem insignificant when viewed from a broader perspective. Many of our problems may even fade away when we compare them to the struggles of others or to the vastness of the universe. Number 6. Spend time with family. Marcus Aurelius tells us, "Those who live longer and those who will die soonest lose the same thing, for the present is all that they can give up, since that is all you have, and what you do not have, you cannot lose." For him, the end of the day was dedicated to family. He deeply loved his children and his wife, and despite his importance, fame, and overwhelming responsibilities, he never neglected them. In the evenings, he would tuck his children into bed, kiss them, and remind himself, "Don't rush this. It might be the last time you do it. There's no guarantee that both of you will make it through the night." This ritual was his way of cherishing what mattered most to him, the love and presence of his family. He valued these moments as the most significant part of his life, and he made sure to express this love and care every night, for as long as he was blessed to do so. The Stoics often practiced contemplating death as a way to remind themselves of life's impermanence. This awareness served to highlight the importance of what truly matters. A well-known nurse in Australia, who spent her career caring for terminally ill patients, noted that one of the most common regrets expressed by those nearing the end of their lives was the wish that they had spent more time with their families. Many of her patients regretted missing out on their children's formative years and the companionship of their partners, often due to the relentless demands of modern life. Today, families typically spend just over half an hour of quality time together during the week. Even when they do come together, much of that time is spent in silence, often in front of the TV, as parents are either too busy reading, playing video games, or simply too exhausted to engage in meaningful conversation. Like the Stoics, if we regularly reflect on our own mortality and remember that a day will come when we or our children may no longer wake up to experience the beauty of life, we are likely to make changes that prioritize spending more time with our loved ones. We may find ourselves more inclined to tell our children or family members that we love them more often. Quality family time is crucial for fostering strong bonds, love, connections, and meaningful relationships. It not only helps us navigate challenges, but also instills a sense of security, reinforces family values, and builds confidence in children. Number 7. Prepare for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius says, "In your actions, do not procrastinate." He was a strong proponent of rising early each morning, believing that an early start was key to making the most of every moment. For him, sleep was intended to be restorative, not an excuse for laziness. A structured morning routine was essential for Aurelius, but this routine actually began the night before, as he would prepare for the upcoming day in advance. The Stoics commonly set aside time in the morning to mentally rehearse their day. They would contemplate what they wanted to accomplish, anticipate different outcomes, and reflect on their approach. This practice of reflection wasn't limited to the morning. Many Stoics also engaged in similar contemplations in the evening, ensuring that they were mentally and emotionally prepared for whatever the day might bring. To make waking up easier, begin by preparing the night before. This might involve selecting your clothes for the next day, organizing your work bag, or setting a clear morning routine. Treat it like a checklist of tasks that you can complete without needing to think about them in the morning, as the decisions have already been made. Keep in mind, the more decisions you make throughout the day, the less effective your decision-making becomes. By handling small choices, like what to wear the night before, you can conserve mental energy and make waking up a more pleasant experience. This simple preparation not only streamlines your morning routine, but also helps alleviate any anxiety about the tasks awaiting you when you wake up. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to explore our Stoicism playlist for more content that can guide you towards success and happiness through ancient philosophical wisdom. And please, consider subscribing to stay updated with our latest videos. That concludes my contribution. Thank you very much.